We live in an era that treats silence as a vacuum, an empty space waiting to be filled, conquered, and monetized. From the moment we wake up to the second we drift to sleep, our brains swim in a relentless ocean of noise.
Reminder, therapy appointment at 10 a.m. Your next meeting starts in 5 minutes. New email received. The headlines at 11. Everything is connected.
But what happens when the noise stops? Not just the city noise or the digital noise, but all of it. What happens to the human mind when it is left entirely alone in the dark? In South Minneapolis, there is a room certified by the Guinness World Records as the quietest place on earth, an anechoic chamber. It absorbs 99.99% of all external sound. The longest anyone has ever been able to tolerate staying inside, just 45 minutes. When a room becomes perfectly silent, your ears become the microphone. Within minutes, you begin to hear your own heartbeat. Then, of your stomach. Eventually, you hear a high-pitched, scraping whistle. In the absence of sound, you hear the air scraping past your own ears. And for most people, that is where the panic sets in. Eardrums and the neurological firing of your auditory cortex. For decades, scientists assumed that a silent brain was an inactive brain. They were wrong. In 2013, a neuroscientist named Dr. Imke Kirsty was studying the effects of medium to loud sounds on the brains of mice. She used silence as a control variable. What she discovered shocked the scientific community. 2 hours of total silence a day didn't just rest the brain, it triggered the development of brand new cells in the hippocampus, the region of the brain responsible for memory, learning, and emotional regulation. Silence wasn't a state of nothingness. It was a catalyst for structural growth. When the constant bombardment of external stimuli stops, the brain finally lowers its defenses. Cortisol levels drop. The amygdala, your brain's alarm system, calms down. Silence is a biological reset button. A dangerous line between therapeutic silence and psychological distortion. The human mind is a prediction engine. It craves pattern. When you starve it of sensory input, it does something terrifying. It starts making things up. This is known as the Ganzfeld effect. When exposed to total silence and sensory deprivation, the brain's auditory cortex goes into overdrive. It turns up its internal volume knob to maximum, searching for a signal. When it finds nothing, it extracts fragments from your subconscious, your memories, and your fears, weaving them into vivid auditory and visual hallucinations. If you can survive the initial discomfort of the quiet, you unlock the brain's ultimate superpower, the default mode network. This is a web of interconnected brain regions that activates only when we are doing absolutely nothing. When we are daydreaming, meditating, or immersed in silence. The default mode network is where our deepest creativity lives. It's where we process grief, construct our sense of self, and connect unrelated ideas to form strokes of genius. The world's greatest thinkers didn't find their answers in the noise of the crowd. They found them in the depths of the quiet. Silence is not the absence of thought, it is the presence of clarity. We spend our entire lives running away from the quiet, burying our minds beneath algorithms, notifications, and endless white noise. Perhaps because we are afraid of what we will find if we stop. But the next time you have a moment of silence, don't reach for your phone. Don't turn on the music. Just sit. Listen to the quiet, because your soul has been trying to tell you something, and it only speaks in a whisper. If you like the video, subscribe and stay with the curious soul.